Good morning, folks. How's it going? We are just coming in to land here on my flight, and I wanted to talk to you very briefly about why sales, particularly online remote sales, basically gives you a cheat code to the upper end of business, the upper echelon of the business world, particularly for people with not very much experience. That is to say, this field allows very inexperienced people to make a lot of money that they shouldn't necessarily be making for that experience level if they were operating in the traditional space. And this comes down to a couple of very key things. The first thing is the industry is absolutely booming. The creator economy space is growing. There are new influencers popping up every single day selling products online. The second thing is these products typically retail for a very high value. That means the product that you're selling is worth a lot of money. Typically, these info products will sell anywhere between $2,000 and $10,000, and I have sold products in this space for much more than that in individual sales. You, as a salesperson, can collect anywhere between 5 and 20% commission for those sales. That is very, very common. That is a very common commission range, much more than you're going to get paid in the corporate fields. The third thing is supply and demand. Because this space is growing so fast, and because it's relatively unknown, it's relatively out of the norm for a lot of people, you are playing in a game where essentially you get to be a big fish in a very small pond, or at least the pond is small, therefore you become bigger relatively, right? And that means that with just a very small amount of initiative on your part, you are playing in a smaller field. You are much closer to being able to break into some of those very, very high paying roles. Next, these are very lean businesses that this business model wouldn't work in the traditional space because there's so many overheads at a big corporation, right? There's so many things that the business has to pay for that don't come down to efficiency. They don't come down to paying you for making that sale happen. Whereas in this new creator economy space, this new industry, there is such a degree of efficiency with these businesses. Generally, only going to be a handful of people working for the business as a whole. And you, as one of them, as a contractor or however your contract is set up to come in and sell that product, are absolutely essential. You are irreplaceable because you are literally the person making money change hands. So all of these reasons are why remote sales in 2025, 2026 is a space that is absolutely booming right now, is an opportunity that is absolutely booming right now, and is an opportunity that is going to allow people with less experience to make far more money than they would be able to in the corporate fields. And the cherry on the cake, the icing on top of the cake, is that you get to make that income from anywhere in the world that you choose. You get to live life on your terms. You get to live life on your schedule. And that, to me, is absolutely invaluable. That is more valuable, in fact, than the amount of money that you can get paid for working in this field. So there you go. Just talking a little bit about an opportunity that I'm very passionate about, that I think is absolutely massive, and is going to be absolutely massive for a lot of people who want to explore opportunities outside of the norm. Open your mind. There is a better path out there. Thank you so much for watching. Plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one.